was a tough week.
Yes. You could even say that again.
It was a tough week.
Yeah.
We lost 3 more games. We're 0-7 since we started the fan project.
Mm-hmm.
Pelicans. I already forgot. Mavs. And Pacers.
It's such PTSD. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm just forgetting about any team. We've only had 3.
Yep.
And I already want to forget about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So this was, honestly, for me, this was the roughest week, I think. Just watching basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a lot of players I was, like, excited to see. Jay Huff disappointed me.
Yes. Very
And I'm always excited to see players I don't get to see very often. But yeah, it was, I don't know, kind of sucked.
No, I agree. I think there were so many players that we did get to see, like Nemhard, and I was always interested to see kind of Shepard on more of a magnifying glass. Potter did really well in his role.
He might have been my best this week.
I mean, he looked better than Jay Huff every time we watched him.
Definitely.
But no, it's just knowing how good they can be.
Yeah, and how good they were last year. And what they will be next year, but...
Well, but even the play that, even the play that the players were playing, like, on the court, it just felt like a half effort. And you know it's because it's tanking, you know all this other stuff, but it still felt like...
I understand taking the players, taking them off the floor, but the players on the floor are trying. Those players...
I know they're
money,
trying.
They don't want... I don't know if it's half effort, but...
It's not half...
It's because those guys know that they're trying to make a team next year.
No, I know.
Like,
it's just
like... Yeah. But...
It's been hard, man.
I know. I agree. But, Brian, I am going to bring sunshine to this show because I knew that today was going to be kind of a rough episode. I know you're down. I'm down. But we were in the finals last year. And when Tyrese goes down, you already know it's going to be a lost season unless he can somehow come back. Like the Celtics, like Tatum might come back. That would be very interesting. But so I'm going to bring the sunshine. I had this planned. Kind of. This is kind of planned. But
that looks so ridiculous.
I bought a basket from Hobby Lobby
that
I thought looked like a sun. This is extremely uncomfortable on my head. I did not really try this out beforehand.
Okay.
But I am the sun. So now what I want you to do is I am going to have a little monologue here. I'm going to go through just a little bit of the roster. Okay. I want some hope core music, like happy music in the background of me. Yeah. And then I'm just going to bring everybody in for a second and we're going to talk about the fun things. Okay? The fun things that are happening. Now, let me go back to my full roster. Okay, fun. Pascal Siakam is still on the team. I used to hate on Pascal Siakam a little bit, but he is a really fun player. I do really enjoy watching him. I used to call him Spinny Boy because he would spin. Everything he did was a spin, but I do enjoy watching him now a lot. He tries really hard. Tyrese Halliburton is coming back. It is off an Achilles tear, but he is coming back, and he is an incredible player. I mean, he proved it in the playoffs. Our edit from the video before is all Tyrese Halliburton, and it was incredible. All in one playoffs. Ivica Zubac will be really good next year. I actually like him better than Miles Turner personally. I think they're getting about the same money, but I think he doesn't like space the floor as much, but he's a good player. Andrew Nemhard got a full year as the lead guard, essentially. He'll be so much better next year with Tyrese Halliburton back when he's back in his sporting role. Obi Toppin, always fun. You kind of know what he is at this point, but he's always fun. He's a little bit better of a three-point shooter now than he used to be. Jarris Walker is a walking triple-double. He's 22. He could be really good. You're going to be bringing in a first-round pick, potentially, as long as your weird breakdown of the protections happens right. Because you're protected 1 through 4 and then 10 through 30. You're not protected 5 through 9. Very weird. But it's a lot of good stuff. There are some things that could bring it down. It is an Achilles injury for Tyrese Halliburton. You could still lose the first round pick because at 5 through 9 wouldn't work. But overall, a lot of good.
You look ridiculous right Dude, he brought this up as an idea, and like before we started, and I thought it was ridiculous. I thought, why are we doing this? But then the more I thought about it, I was like, you know what? It is kind of like you during a time when you feel so like bummed out about like it's just you got to keep going. It's good to bring the positivity, and this is ridiculous enough that I'm like, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'm all about it. All right, well. Do you want to do the fan project? Or no, not the fan project, the finalysis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we going to do it with these hats on?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Why
All right, I'll get us started. But hey, finalysis. There we go.
Okay, so the finalysis, let me give you a little explanation. It is our final score for the week. It goes over like current play, history. It goes over a lot of things, so it kind of is like an all-encompassing how we felt about the team this week. So current things matter. And historical things matter. And soon we will have a fun graphic that will have all of our fan scores on there. Multiple sports, all that stuff. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun. Okay, yeah, let's do the finalysis.
All right, let's do it. Finalysis. And then we have 5 sections in the finalysis. First one I'm going to start off is just team performance. Now, team performance always based on this week, yeah, like what we watch. And guess what? All 3 games. What I saw was consistency, consistent L's, that is. And again, we just talked about the state of the season and everything too. And so I think I'm just going to give them
so uncomfortable.
I am going to give them a 2, Cullen.
Okay.
Because it was really, like you said, probably the roughest week to watch, if I'm being honest as well. Like, Pelicans were really fun to watch. Mavs had some moments, but Mavs also, I think, scored probably the same as this, if I remember correctly. And that's...
Sorry, dude.
It's fun, dude. It's like it's kind of like...
All right.
It's kind of like that, was it the move? You move the...
Dude, you just look like you're like a cowboy now.
Dude, I know. I just want to...
Hey, dude, you look kind of cool. All right, so you gave him a 2?
Yeah, 2. It was probably the roughest week so far to watch. Yeah, I will say. I'm sorry, Pacers. We do love you in many other ways, but it was rough.
I'm really excited to watch Jay Huff. And
honestly,
it really kind of...
You know what's probably best? This is the best kind of criticism any team could get, because if you're getting criticism from a random casual fans that like are learning about your team looking like this, you probably are like, you know what? We can probably take this.
You're so Hulk Hogan right now.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. For my team performance, I put 2.3. So, I mean, it's literally the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gave him 3 for pity.
No, I gave him a 0.3 because the first game, the Mavs game, they only lost by 4.
Oh, yeah.
It was close.
I guess.
So, they were 4 points away from giving us our first win. So, that's why they got 0.3 over 2.
All right.
So,
all right.
Now the next category is stars and star power. This category, like, it's a little obviously we didn't see it this week, but I just looked at the roster. But you gotta look at the roster, right? Your roster has Pascal Siakam, Tyrese Halliburton, Andrew Nembhard as not the lead guard.
Yep.
Defensive. You got Jarris Walker, and you do have some fun young. Either young isn't like that fun, but there's some.
Yeah.
Cam Jones, although he had a bad game against the Hornets. Yeah. So I give him a 6.
We all understand.
I give him a 6. Yeah, because it's like they do have star players. It's just not that right now.
So it's funny. I gave them a higher score than I thought I was going to give, which was let me check real quick. It was 7.5. 7.5. Now, not because they have like star power in the sense of like that they have Halliburton now, and obviously Siakam, somebody who like is a good player. People know the name. He's been good for a while. But I feel like for me, I'm more so looking at the team of not necessarily stars in like marketability, but more so stars in the sense of if you look at them as a cohesive team, I love them as a depth-wise team. Like depth-wise, you plug in players, they feel like so well synced together when they are all healthy and playing together that I personally like a lot of players, even all the role players that are on this team. So I gave him a 7.5.
Okay. I thought you were going to go way higher the way you were talking.
No, but a 7.5.
Yeah.
And to move on from that, because I do want to kind of roll right into this real quick. Next one is history and lore. Because as you guys know, we talked about Malice at the Palace earlier this week. We talked about how we had the Paul George years. And obviously last year in the run that they had, and what, Reggie Miller and everything, So for me, when it came to history and lore, I gave them a 7. Because I appreciate a lot of aspects of their history, but obviously not all great. Like not every franchise or most franchises don't have great history throughout, but at the same time, it was like the things that they're known for aren't necessarily the most positive things.
Not always, yeah. But
yeah.
I went for history and lore, I went 7.5, so very close to you.
Okay.
Which we've been every single time.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense though.
We don't talk to each other about these scores when we go, so it's like we have been close every time.
Yeah, 7.5. They have, I mean, it's like with the Mouse and the Palace. I didn't know if that would take away from the history or add to it. So I kind of, in my brain, I feel like it is too, but it was negative. Yeah. So I kind of made it neutral, and I was thinking about that one. But then you got Reggie Miller. That's one of the best playoff moments in history.
Yeah.
The Reggie Miller thing. And then Tyrese Halliburton doing it too was awesome. And their run was awesome because now you can only do that in the East because the East is horrible. But it was fun.
Pace yourself.
Yeah.
All right, you can lead us into the next one, man.
All right. The next one is fan base. And like Indiana is diehard basketball. So like, and you only have the Colts and the Pacers. Now, like the Pacers haven't they have had some bad times. Which recently was bad. A little bit before Paul George was bad. So I don't know if their fan base is the biggest fan base, but Indiana loves basketball. I gave them a 7.
Okay.
I was kind of neutral. I couldn't go 5, obviously. That would be disrespectful. Mm-hmm. But yeah, 7. Actually, 7.8. Because Indiana is basketball.
Yeah.
And there's only 2 teams, so they are showing up for the Pacers.
Oh, 100%.
Showed up for the Pacers in the playoffs.
Yes.
That was fun.
No, I feel that. And you know what's funny is in my score, I ended up I'm going to do something similar to you because I was thinking about it. And so I had mine at if I remember correctly, I think I did it I had it at an 8.
Okay. And
I'm going to put it up to an 8.5 because I was thinking about
that's
the fan base.
Upper echelon.
Well, what I'm saying is that if I think about Indiana's, you were almost speaking to it, is that okay, yes, I do kind of have to look at the Pacers a little bit more, because it is about the Pacers fan base. But especially this past few years of them getting this team together, really the resurgence of hope in the city for them winning a championship. And in a very, for me, when you look at teams who play, I'm just going to throw a random team name here. Just, this could be anybody. But when you watch the Oklahoma City Thunder play, you've got good players. Don't get me wrong. You got good players, right? But the way you play,
we're talking about fan base, though.
I know. So the Pacers, the way they play, adds to the way that their fans interact with them. And I will say that the way they play is true basketball to me. Organized, assist, whatever. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit off base. But what I'm trying to say,
play defense.
What I'm trying to say is that when you look at all the Indiana sport, people who are fans of sport in that state are incredibly dedicated fans.
Not Hoosiers fans. They got 1 year.
Okay, that's
before that,
right?
Before that,
because of their dedication and because I can relate to them as a Vikings initial fan, that's probably my biggest team, just in general that I root for, and how we haven't gotten a championship and all this other stuff that I feel for them.
The Colts have a championship.
Not the Colts. I'm saying Pacers. But yeah, I gave them an 8.5.
That's upper echelon. Yeah. I don't know.
Yep, 8.5.
All right.
Yeah. Good colors.
But again, that's not fan base.
I know. I'm just just saying colors. But last up, we have organizational competence.
Yeah.
Now, organizational competence, I ended up putting at an 8.5.
Okay.
As well.
Yeah.
Now, the reason for the 8.5 is I kind of thought, if I really think about it, they've done a great job. I just talked about how when they've accumulated the players that they had on the roster, I think they did a great job of getting depth, and really just the coaching. I mean, Carlisle, you have a really well put together team. It's just a matter of not winning a championship. That's really it. And I know that like you could say that that's not a knock on the organization, but for me it's like if you tell me an organization is great at all this other this and this, but there's no championship to show for it, then I have to dock a little bit for that. So that's how I got to 8 points.
So you're doing like an all-time like
kinda, yeah, in a way, yeah. Okay.
So I did 9 for competence. They went to the finals last year, and I actually watched an interview with their GM. I hate GM and coach interviews so much. They're horrible. It's just talking in circles. But I actually liked him. I thought he actually kind of like talked about real stuff a little bit.
Yeah.
So I liked him. Yeah. But I give him 9. I mean, they literally like barely any teams could even say they've been to a finals in the last 10 years.
Exactly.
So that's, I mean, you gotta, yeah. So 9.
No, I feel that. So, I mean, I guess adding up all of ours together, because I was trying to kind of like think about how much you had adding.
This has to be our.
It's definitely the best one yet. So mind you, we've been talking kind of like that we were disappointed in the week and that sort of thing. This is definitely
sunshine.
We're sunshine and roses here, sunshine and Pacers, and so right now, Cullen, your total fan score added up came out to where are we at? That is 31.8 because you had some decimals in there. So 31 points, which is your highest.
If that's how you feel. You got to do it. That's how you feel.
Out of the 3 teams that we've had, that's your highest score. And you know what? I followed. My total was 33.5, which is definitely my highest score for any team as well. And so yeah, Pacers, you're top of the list. Even though we talked kind of like we were disappointed, we knew what we were this year. We knew all this stuff, but great history, great fan base, all that stuff. So congrats, everybody. Before we end up wrapping up this episode, I will say we have one last thing to talk about. This is the thing that
I don't want to.
Cullen's been waiting for this all episode.
I'm out.
And I know he doesn't want me to spend too much time on it. But just so you guys were aware, we obviously had a fantasy draft this past week. And let me just reveal some scores here. Just so we are all aware. Just want to bring this up real quick. All right. Game 1, Cullen amassed a total of 85.7.
You can't even.
Game 2, Cullen amassed a total of 72.7, and Game 3 amassed a total of 52.3, equaling a total of 158.4. Sorry, for a total of 210.7. So that's right. On 3 games. Not only did Cullen get 210.7 points, but he also never played Taylor Peter. In fact, the only thing we saw Taylor Peter do was sing a Taylor Swift song for a fan interaction midway through the local broadcast. However, with a total of 210.7, as many people might seem weak in the knees. There we go. I ended up in game 1 going 139.6, game 2 139.7, and game 3 126.9 for a grand total of 406.2. So
I don't even know what you just said. You were just talking in puzzles.
I'll put the difference up there and we'll just do that. So a whooping, if you will. A whooping, a wallop.
Well, you know what? We didn't talk about any punishments for this week, so...
We didn't, so we're going to have to figure out what to do with that.
Nope.
No. This is the punishment.
No.
This is the punishment.
I guess.
Looking like this. But that is it for this week, guys. We are going to be having a draft coming up in the next coming days as well. And
yeah.
It better be better. I mean... 0-7 couldn't end...
Please, gods. Who would you... I mean...
make your Jimmy's jingle. Honestly, what would make my Jimmy's jingle is a team that's just wanting to win.
Pistons.
Yeah, I'll take the Pistons.
Hornets.
I'll take the Hornets. Give me Con Knipple.
Even like the Raptors. Like I know that also doesn't sound.
I don't care. It's a team
awesome,
that's trying to
like,
win. That's all I want. Is a team that's trying to win. All right. Well, appreciate you guys joining us. That is it for us on this Friday finalysis, and we will see you guys.
Hey,
draft night.
Thank you, Pacers.
Thank you, Pacers.